Iraq teeters on the edge of an economic precipice, a precipice carved out by the nation's heavy reliance on oil, raking in over 90% of its government revenue from this volatile commodity. Iraq finds itself in a precarious position, vulnerable to the whims of the global oil market and OPEC's oil distribution quotas. In the high-stakes game of oil production, the Iraqi government faces a delicate balancing act. On one hand, it seeks to harness short-term gains from increased oil production, while on the other, it grapples with the long-term consequences of overproduction. Recent measures to curb oil exports aim to toe the line with OPEC quotas, but the specter of potential economic hurdles could tip the balance and lead to troubling times based on global oil demands. Post-ISIL victory, Iraq's economy has shown signs of rebounding, but the shadow of oil reliance looms large. Budget projections based on high oil prices add another layer of risk, as any drop in oil prices could send shockwaves through Iraq's economy. These risks extend beyond the economy, with potential implications for employment and security. The oil conundrum is further complicated by previous disputes between the federal government and the Kurdish region. At the heart of these disputes lie the management and sales of oil, adding another layer of complexity to Iraq's economic landscape. Oil distribution from northern Iraq via Turkey was still not settled when this video was published, causing Iraq to lose billions in potential oil revenue. Political negotiations, infrastructure projects, and even water resources have become intertwined in this tangled web of oil politics. The ongoing debate over new oil fields and export quotas spotlights the challenge of managing oil fields and distribution. This highlights the difficulties in navigating the intricate network of regional disparities, political tensions, and central government authority. Corruption, a pervasive issue in the country, further undermines these efforts. Iraq's heavy reliance on oil is a double-edged sword, offering economic gains but also threatening stability. The challenges are manifold, ranging from managing production and exports to negotiating regional disputes and tackling corruption. As the world watches, the question remains, can Iraq navigate these turbulent waters and steer its economy toward a more stable and diversified future? In part 2 of this video, we will share what Iraq is doing to eliminate its 90% dependency on oil.
Iraq struggles with economic instability. Here's how they plan to resolve the issue. But here's the deal. Once Iraq resolves the issue, your Iraqi dinars will become more valuable, regardless of what the rate is. Part 2 of this video takes us to the heart of Iraq's oil dependence dilemma. Despite its wealth in oil, Iraq has been grappling with economic volatility for years. This instability largely stems from the country's heavy reliance on oil revenue, which exposes it to the whims of fluctuating global oil prices. The International Monetary Fund, or the IMF, has been sounding the alarm about this risky dependence. They've strongly recommended that Iraq diversify its economy, creating more reliable streams of income to offset the reliance on oil revenue. This advice is not just about economic stability. It's about paving the way for a more sustainable and resilient future for Iraq and its people. But change is in the air. Iraq is taking bold steps to rewrite its economic narrative. Steering away from oil, Iraq has laid the foundation for the Development Road Project. But what exactly does this entail? This ambitious initiative aims to diversify Iraq's economy by investing in public sector jobs and rebuilding infrastructure that has been ravaged by years of conflict. It's a $17 billion endeavor designed to stimulate economic growth and reduce dependency on oil revenue. The project has attracted a diverse array of stakeholders, from local businesses to international partners. Each one plays a crucial role in making this vision a reality. The local population is set to benefit most directly through job creation and improved services, while international partners provide necessary financial and logistical support. And let's not forget the role of the International Monetary Fund. They've been instrumental in guiding Iraq's fiscal policy, emphasizing the need for diversified income streams and prudent financial management. The Development Road Project is a monumental task that requires both time and patience. But it's a journey that Iraq has bravely embarked on, recognizing that the road to a stable, prosperous future lies not in its oil reserves but in the resilience and potential of its people. A promising start indeed, yet the road to development is multifaceted. Iraq, a cradle of civilizations, is rich in religious landmarks. Could these be the key to diversifying its economy? Nestled within Iraq's borders lie a multitude of religiously significant sites that hold immense potential for tourism. For Christians, the city of Mosul offers the ancient ruins of the Church of the Virgin Mary, a symbol of the time-honored Christian presence in Iraq. In the south, the city of Najaf, one of the holiest cities in the Islamic world, is home to the Imam Ali Shrine, a site of immense importance for Shia Muslims. For Sunni Muslims, the city of Samarra is a beacon, housing the majestic Al-Askari Shrine. These sites, and many others, offer a tapestry of religious history and culture waiting to be explored, including the birthplace of Abraham and the ancient ruins of Babylon. The government has recognized this potential and is making strides to promote religious tourism. By improving infrastructure, security, and services around these sites, Iraq is positioning itself as a global destination for religious exploration. As Iraq opens its doors to religious tourists, another sector is gearing up for transformation. Imagine a Made in Iraq label on your products. Sounds far-fetched? Not anymore. As we enter a new era, Iraq is venturing into the realm of manufacturing, a sector long overshadowed by the oil industry. With plans to implement significant manufacturing projects, Iraq is set to breathe life into this underutilized sector. These initiatives are not merely about producing goods, they're about creating jobs, boosting the economy, and fostering a sense of national pride. As factories spring up and production lines start humming, we could see a substantial contribution to the GDP from manufacturing. This would represent a significant step forward in reducing the economy's oil dependence, a move long recommended by the International Monetary Fund. The journey is long and the road is steep, but the promise of a more diversified economy has never been closer. So the next time you pick up a gadget, a piece of clothing, or even a can of food, don't be surprised if it says "Made in Iraq." Iraq's journey towards economic diversification is a beacon of hope for other oil-dependent economies. From oil wells to manufacturing units, from religious landmarks to the Development Road Project, Iraq is on a transformative journey. This nation, steeped in ancient history, is stepping up to the modern challenge of economic diversification. We've seen how Iraq's heavy dependence on oil revenue has prompted a shift towards alternative income streams. The Development Road Project is a beacon of hope, a comprehensive initiative involving various stakeholders, aimed at rebuilding infrastructure, creating jobs, and developing a path from the Persian Gulf to Turkey, and then on to Europe. The untapped goldmine of religious tourism, with Iraq's rich tapestry of Christian and Muslim landmarks, is another avenue being explored. Moreover, a new dawn is on the horizon in the form of manufacturing projects, a step towards self-reliance and away from oil dependence. The International Monetary Fund has been vocal in its support for these measures, emphasizing the need for more reliable income streams. As we look to the future, it's clear that Iraq's journey is far from over. Challenges are aplenty, but so are opportunities. As Iraq navigates its path towards economic diversification, the world watches. Will the cradle of civilizations rise once again? We think so.